you don't necessarily always realize until somebody calls it out, or like I've told people like throughout this year, even like, hey, we need to figure out some new people to hang out with, and when they do eventually do it, you see them take off a lot of times, not only socially but just like mentally, right? They're locked in a little bit differently, have different mentalities or outlooks, whatever. So I think as a coach, we sometimes have to not sway them, but have that conversation. Like, hey, I noticed you're hanging out with this crowd. I think we need to try to maybe we should try to hang out with some other people.
Yeah, and I think that gets tricky too because sometimes those other people are other members of your team, and you don't
Mm.
want to be in a situation where you're kind of bad mouthing people behind their back or. But you know, the nice thing, and I always say wrestling's mathematic, you know, and what you put into it is what you get out of it, and who you hang out with. It's, you know, you talk about all these talented freshmen and all these talented wrestlers that are coming in from high school, and very much to be true, but the score is still being kept, right? And so,
True.
you know, I don't know, a teammate in college, Blake Kaplan, who was a walk-on. Best he ever did was fourth in Ohio once, and he became an All-American. And to me, that was, you know, that dude worked so hard and would stay after practice. And then you have some other really successful people coming out of high school that you know, and they kind of get into the wrong scene. And you know, it's it's undefeated with the lifestyle that you live. And so I think having that balance, I think that's the part of coaching that has been really intriguing to me because, you know, when even as a father of being a coach, you kind of think of just the X's and O's, but you know, how do you reach a kid who's hanging out with the wrong person, who's not living the best lifestyle, who thinks they're working hard but they're not? And that's really, the longer I'm in this game, like a bigger part of coaching than I know it kind of goes without saying, but you know, that's something that is really, really differentiates the
Yeah.
best